Officials have detained a second individual in retaliation to a deadly knife attack that killed 3 people and injured 8 at a festival in Germany late Friday night. Police say a 26-year-old Syrian man did turn himself in overnight, claiming to be that attacker. The incident, meanwhile, is being investigated as terror-related after ISIS claimed responsibility for the attack on its news site. The German Attorney General's office says it has yet to confirm the individual's connection to the group. ABC News' Inez de la Cotera joining me now with more. So Inez, let's talk this out. Police are saying, what are they saying about the individual arrested?
Hey, Morgan. Yeah, so police saying that a 26-year-old Syrian man turned himself in overnight, claiming to be the attacker, and his involvement in the attack is now being investigated. And this, of course, comes after a major manhunt. He had been on the run since Friday. We know that police had been, on the lookout for him earlier on Saturday. They also arrested a 15-year-old on suspicion he knew about the planned attack and failed to report it. And then, working off of a tip, police then raided a refugee housing complex where they found someone who is believed to have been in contact with the attacker. That person is now being treated as a witness. It's still unclear whether any of these people may have had ties to any, terror groups or specifically ISIS, which has claimed responsibility for the attack.
Well, Inez, I want to ask you, what has been the reaction from officials and people at this festival? And is there any word on a specific motive here?
So it's still unclear what the motive may have been. They're still looking into that. But the attack is being investigated as terror-related. Of course, after ISIS claimed responsibility for the attack, they said on their news site that the goal here had been to avenge Muslims in Palestine and everywhere. ISIS, however, hasn't provided any evidence to show that they were involved. The German Attorney General's office says it hasn't confirmed yet that the suspect is a member of ISIS, but that they are actively investigating that. And we did hear from the German Chancellor Olaf Scholz talking about how they were going to get to the bottom of this because there was no place in society for these kinds of actions.
Inez de la Cotera live for us with the latest on that investigation. Inez, thank you.